Hello everyone and welcome back to So Aldo DIY. In today's video, I am going to show you how I made this beautiful Ariel dress from the Little Mermaid. So if you want to see how I did it, just keep on watching. The first thing that I did is create the skirt portion is going to be a full circle skirt that is floor length. And I use 4 yards of fabrics for this and I am size small. I decided to add an elasticated waistband so I don't have to put a zipper on. Next, I created the overlay and it's also a full circle skirt. I split it right at the center front. Then I just shape it into a curve just like the inspiration dress. And then I hemmed it using a double roll hem. Obviously, it is way shorter than the white skirt. Then I added a waistband that's going to be fastened on the front. So this is so easy. Don't you just love the shade of pink of this fabric? Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Now that it is completed, it's time to work on the bodice. I have my bodice pattern blocks here. I'm just going to trace it on a new sheet of paper. Then I extended the center front by 4 inches. Then I connect it to the side seam. Then I am going to remove the darts by replacing it with princess darts. So I'm just going to do this bit right here. I don't know if you can see it, but I actually just kind of curve it towards the arm side and then straight down. And then I'm just going to get rid of the darts, as you can see here. Then I label the pattern pieces, center front and side front. I'm also going to adjust the neckline by about 3 inches down because I really want it to be a little deeper. I repeated the same for the back bodice. So I trace it on a new sheet of paper. And then I'm just going to extend it by about 2 inches. I also adjusted the shoulder and the back neck. Then I will cut out the pattern pieces. Be sure to test out your pattern pieces first before cutting into your fancy fabric. I actually used the lining as my test fabric, so you can do that as well. Once I am happy with the fit, I am going to go ahead and cut out the rest of the pieces using the fancy fabrics. So these are the pattern details, one center front, two side fronts, and two back pieces. I cut the lining pieces here and I'm going to cut the shell fabric right here. So all the stuff that I will be doing on the shell fabric is going to be repeated to the lining. I join the side fronts to the center front, then I join the back bodices to the shoulders and the side seam. After that, I gave it a good press and they should look something like this. They're so pretty. Now it's time to work on the corded piping detail along the shoulder and the hemline of the bodice. So I cut out bias binding and then it is 2 inches wide and then I sandwich a cording inside then stitch it along. So after that, I am going to place it along the neckline right on the right side of the fabric. And I will do the same for the hemline too. I'm going to put the corded piping on the hemline, right sides of the fabrics, and then stitch along. It's time to stitch the lining to the bodice. I match the right sides of the fabrics and sew along the neckline. After that, I am going to braid it so it will release the tension along the curve area and it's going to give you a nice crisp neckline. After that, I'm going to understitch it. I added the zipper and then I'm just going to close this bit right here. And then I'm going to trim extra fabrics at the back so we can get rid of the bulkiness. Then it should look like this. As you can see, it's so pretty. Now I'm going to hand stitch the lining. So I fold in the raw edge just like this, and I'm just going to hand stitch it. And I did the same for the hemline. But for the hemline, I actually ended up just stitching it using a sewing machine. And look how pretty and neat it is. I am so pleased with the way this turned out. Oh, perfection. Now it's time to create the voluminous sleeves that is going to make or break this dress. So I traced this basic sleeve pattern on a new sheet of paper. And then I mark where the front and the back is. Then I'm going to mark 2 inches lines from top to bottom. So I'm just going to do that. So I ended up getting 8 pieces from this and I'm going to cut them all the way. Then I drew a horizontal line right here just so when I piece the pattern pieces later on, I will know that they are straight. If you are wondering what type of paper I am using, it's actually a tissue paper. So it was just like, I just want to recycle it because I got a present from YouTube and I don't want to get rid of the tissue paper. So I also labeled the pieces so we don't get confused because you don't want that. Then I tape it to a new sheet of paper and I did a 1 inch distance between the pieces, but then at the center I decided to do 2 inches as you can see here. Then I just trace along the edge here as you can see, also marking the front and the back. I cut out the sleeve pattern and here is going to be gathered. And it's also going to be the same for the bottom, so I just mark it right there. Now I cut out the sleeve pieces and I mark where the front and back is. And here I just grab a long sleeve shirt and then I just kind of trace it. This shirt is pretty fitted, so that's why I decided to use it because I really want it to be fitted. So I just traced that out and I extended the hemline by about 1 inch to get that pointy edge to it. So I have 2 pieces right here. And I repeated the same for the lining. The lining is actually a stretch material, so when I put on the dress, it will stretch a little bit. Then for that extra detail on the shoulder, I decided to cut out some fabrics and I actually did some embroidery to it using my sewing machine just so it will add a little bit of texture and dimension to the sleeves. So it's just not like a white piece of fabric. And then I top stitch it right here in this position using a zigzag stitch. And then I'm going to stitch a gather stitch on the top and bottom of the sleeves. I match the right sides of the fabric and stitch along here, and then I understitch it, and then I open it up like this and sew along the side seam. I am very pleased with the way these turn out. They are fitted like I want to. Now I'm just going to stitch these two pieces together, so it's so much easier to set it in the sleeve later on. So I base stitch it. I close the inseams of the sleeves, then I'm going to gather it to fit in the armband that I was working on earlier. And since there is a lot of fabric to gather, just be careful because it actually got a little crazy. So just be patient. Then you're just going to stitch all the way around. And we are going to repeat the same steps to the other sleeve. This is what they should look like. If you want to be extra, you can actually add an interfacing to the sleeve so it has more volume or it will hold its shape. Now it's time to set in the sleeve in the bodice or in the arm side. I'm just going to match the side seam and the shoulder seam. Then I'm going to gather it and stitch in the round. We'll repeat the same thing to the other sleeve and we are done. So this is what the dress turned out. I really like it. I am very pleased with the way this turned out considering I only use basic bodice blocks for this. If you don't have basic bodice slopers yet, guys, you have to make one because if you have it, you can pretty much create anything. If you love this tutorial, don't forget to give this a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much, my dear, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!